Hey there, everybody. Rod Halfman here. They call me half man, half machine because when I show up, you know I mean business. We're up here in the Yukon, we're seeking gold. It's a modern day gold rush here. So I've started my company, Shut It Down Mining, and we're here to find all the gold. Only problem is, we need investors. So I'm here to seek out an investor or two to help us stake our claim in the Yukon. Let's see how it goes. Alright, great news. We're off to a great start. We had the pleasure of meeting Buck Snabble. He's going to be our investor. He's a fellow miner up here in the Yukon. He's been here for a few years, and he's had a lot of success. And he really appreciates us first-timers coming up here trying to stake our claim. And, you know, he obviously gets a little something out of it, too. So what we did is we were able to get a hold of $1 million from Bucks. And, you know, I think that that'll be plenty to get us started. It's modest. You know, we don't need flashy new equipment, but we'll see what happens. I did go ahead and take the liberty to buy my first piece of equipment, my service truck here. We went with the 3500 HD with a service box on the back. I did doll it up a little bit, you know, just why not? So this is what we went with. Now we're going to go out and try to scope out some land. So we'll go hit the road here and see what we can find, and we'll find our first chunk of land. There's a lot of trees in the Yukon, so we might end up having to harvest a lot of lumber on our first season here up in the Klondike, but you know, who knows? We're also going to need to find some guys to work for us. We're going to need a good mechanic. I've got my loyal friend Jim Torque. He's going to be heading up here in a couple of weeks. He's got some things to take care of back home down in the States. But he's a legend. He really is. You know, I heard about this guy Sparky Blasco up here in the Yukon. He's well known, and I might see if I can just go ahead and have him on retainer because I have a feeling we're going to break a lot of stuff this year. So let's go from there. I got to get on the phone with my good friend Dusty Tuffman, and you know he's a consultant. He's got a lot of mining in his background. His whole family, they run a quarry down in the States, and we got to check in with him and just ask him what are we looking for, you know. So let's jump in the rig here and let's go see what's what. Well, as you can see, guys, this is the interior. I told you I kind of opted for some nicer stuff here, and I think it was worth it. This thing is one of the nicest trucks I've ever had, and I figured, well, if we're gonna be up here, we better look the part. Worst case scenario, we fail and go down with a pretty nice ship here. Okay, so here's what I'm looking at. We've got this little chunk of land over here. And, you know, I'm kind of thinking maybe we start there. We could get rid of some of that lumber. But we've also got this chunk right here that's kind of already open, you know? Why don't we actually get out here? Let's take a look at some of this. See if we can get up here to the top of our hill. Get a good look at this thing. Well, if you take a look at this, I mean, this is a pretty good chunk of land here. Looks like we've got all the way to the tree line here. And all the way to the road. So here's what we could do. We could actually start here and then we could expand this way. Knock out these trees. We could expand that way and that way and knock out those trees all the way over here to this waterfall. And I believe the river runs back here. Well, Let me get on the phone here. I'm gonna get a hold of my good friend Dusty and just see if he can kind of give me some insight into what we're looking for. Yeah, hey Dusty. Yeah, it's Rod. How's it going? Yeah, good. Say, yeah, you remember how we were talking? You know, the dream. You know, head up to the Yukon and start mining gold. Well, I made it. I'm here. I've got an investor. I got $1 million, and I'm trying to find the right land. No. I know it's crazy. It's crazy, but hey, we always talked about it, and well, I just things were getting kind of rough at home, and I figured, well, why not just go into business for myself? I'll put everything on me. Yeah. I'm up here right now. I'm looking at a chunk of land, right off the main road here. It's got a bit of a hill, kind of right in the center of the property. I'm surrounded by trees, and I guess I'm just not real sure what I should be looking for. There's a waterfall nearby. There's a river that runs through here. Oh, that's what we want, a good water source. And okay, yep. Yeah, we're right by some mountains here. Yep. Okay. Yeah, it's down in a little valley kind of deal. This whole little community is down in a little valley. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I mean, what do you think I should get what would be, a fair offering? Mhm. Mhm. Well, maybe we'll do that. We'll test some ground. We'll see if they'll let us test some ground, and then if it tests out, what am I looking for? At least a half ounce a yard. Okay. Well, then I'll run, I'll run 10 yards, you know. See if we can get 5 ounces. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and I gotta round up some equipment. Maybe find a drill guy here, and we'll go out and do that. And I'll let you know what ends up happening. Oh, you might be interested in coming up and visiting. Yeah. Okay. Well, let me see what I can do to get this whole thing off the ground, and I'll let you know. And then yeah, I'm sure I'd love to have you. I'm definitely gonna need some help. Right now, it's just me. Yeah. I know it's crazy. Yep, crazy Rod Halfman. Yep. All right, Dusty. Take it easy, my friend. Okay. Well, you heard it. Got off the phone with Dusty, and it looks like we're gonna. It looks like we gotta head back to town and get some equipment out here, and we're gonna be drilling. We're gonna drill today. It's only 7:30. Sun's gonna be up for quite a while. That's kind of the nice thing about being up here. You get a lot of daylight. Whoa, man, this thing's got so much power. So cool.
Before Rod Halfman had the gut feeling about this land, did you know his inspiration, Todd Hoffman, used to run an aviation business? That's right. Before trading plane parts for gold pans, the Hoffmans had a flight school in Oregon. They traded wings for sluice boxes. So Rod's gut feeling might be about taking us on a flight to nowhere.
So we still have, out of our initial investment, about 950,000. So we're gonna go back here to town and see what we can drum up for some equipment. The first thing we want to do, we got to find a guy to come out and drill. All right, we need some help. So let's see if we can really whip this thing around. Whoa! Oh, got away from us a little bit there. All right. Well, here's what's happened so far. I was able to get a hold of a man by the name of Sterling Scoop. He's a gold mining legend in the area. And I told him what my buddy Dusty told me. And I had Sterling come out and take a look at that land. And he said, you know, we've heard stories, lots of stories of locals going out there and finding nothing. Nothing. Can't even pay the bills. But he said anytime some out of towner comes in and starts digging holes, they're finding the gold. And so I thought to myself, Rod, what would you do if you left here right now empty-handed? I wouldn't be able to do it. So what we've decided is we're going to go ahead and go all in on that land. So we're going to go ahead and make a deal for it. We're going to buy it so we don't have to pay any royalties to anybody. And then we're going to drum up some equipment. We're going to start stripping it. We're going to start running it. We're going to have to get a wash plant. We're going to have to get some supplies and a lot of equipment. Hope you guys are ready, because this is Shut It Down Mining. Alright everybody, I've got a surprise for you. We got some equipment. Hey, check that thing out. So I went ahead and leased this D11 because I figured, you know what, go big or go home, and I don't plan on going home broke, right? Went ahead and outfitted a pretty heavy duty truck. I got myself an equipment trailer here, so we won't have any problems getting our stuff from point A to point B. So let's go ahead and get this out to the land, and we'll go ahead and start stripping. Alright, well, we went ahead and bought our land, and we're off to it with our dozer. We also bought a survey tool so that we can go ahead and make sure we're digging, you know, the right depths and everything that we were kind of told we needed to be at. So I'm led to believe that there's roughly 8 to 12 feet of overburden that we're going to have to strip before we can start seeing some pay. But our drill samples were good and strong, so I'm thinking that's not going to be too hard of a task. Boy, this thing gets up and goes, doesn't it? We're hauling a D11 dozer and this thing's running like it's empty. Oh, are we gonna make it? Oh, we came in way too hot. Oh, wait a minute. I think we lost something. Yeah. We lost our survey tool. Okay, we're right down the road from our claim here that we're gonna try to dig some gold out of the ground this season. We've got our equipment here on site, and we're just gonna go ahead and I don't know. We'll have to start building a little area when we can. But for right now, I think we're going to go ahead and park this beast and get to stripping. All right. Well, we went ahead and got that taken care of. So now we're gonna go ahead and get our tools set up. Our survey tool sitting on the back deck here. We're gonna get that sorted out, and then we're gonna get this thing working hard. Oh no. Oh man. Did you guys see that? I just ran into my rig. Oh, I twisted the fender all up. Right there, I twisted that fender up. Oh no. Sparky's gonna be ticked. I told him that I wouldn't wreck anything for at least the first week. Oh well. Alright. So this is I think that this is the edge of our claim here. We might be just a little bit off, but I think we're pretty close. This is the edge. I think the tree line is the edge. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna grab our survey tool here, and we're gonna get started stripping some land. Alright, as you can see, I've got my hole dug here. Let's see, it's right about 5 foot. Maybe, well no, that'd be 6 foot because I'm 6'5". Yeah. So we'll go ahead and we'll get our survey tool down here. Okay, we're ready to start opening up our cut. We've got our survey tool down. Let's see how this goes. Wow, will you look at that? Our first pass on our D11. It's a good day. We are down $500,000, but I think it's been worth it so far because I'm half man and half machine, and by God, we're going to get the gold out of this ground. You guys make sure you stick with me here, because just because we're shutting it down right now, we're going to be back, and we're going to have many shutdowns moving forward. We're going to go ahead and keep stripping on this land. We're going to check in with you. We've got a little bit further down the road, so to speak. Take it easy for now, my friends.